Can you believe it, everyone? Somehow Newcastle came away from a point from that. I'm back in the car. Paul and Kyle are heading back to Liverpool. Well, they'll still be in Liverpool. They'll be stuck in traffic. But, well, not now, because obviously they'll be home by the time this video goes out. But somehow Newcastle have came away for a point tonight. More than that in the last word. This is scoring the players. And we're going to rate from goalkeeper all the way to subs, all the way to Stevie Bruce. And it's just me tonight. Stay tuned for the last word coming up. And if you haven't seen the reaction from Kyle, go back after this and have a look at the match vlog. So, yeah, there's reaction from Owen and Johnny on the last word too. But anyways, let's crack on with it. Martin Dubravka. I think he should have done better for the goal. I cannot lie. Fernandez should have done, of course. We'll come on him in a minute. But for me, Dubravka had straight at him. Yes, I know it's low, but he's got to be saving that. Can't really do too much on the second goal. But he kept in the game, though. He kept in it and kept it 2-0 for a long, long time because of his saves and blocks. I'm going to score him a 7. I think if we obviously lost that game, I might have knocked him down a bit, but because he kept in the game for so long, yeah, I'm going to score him a 7 tonight. And then I'm going to move to right wing back, which was Isaac Hayden, who played right wing back for, what, an hour, just over an hour, and moved to centre midfield. He's done all right. Didn't see much of him on the ball, to be fair. Let's be honest, most of the Newcastle players didn't have much of the ball, to be fair. But is his right wing back, sorry, his own? No. I think he's much better in the centre midfield, but obviously he's been filling in for a few different spots. But going to score him above average. I'm going to score him a 6 tonight. Federico Fernandez, I've touched upon that goal already. For me, should be doing a lot better. Mark and Moise Keane. Underperformance for me, under par, bang average. I think he's been a little bit. I think the weekend he had a great game, but take the weekend out, I think there's been a couple of games recently that he has been a little bit under par, but I'm going to score him an average 5 tonight. I think it was bang average, so 5 out of 10. The captain, Jamaal Lascelles, had a tough battle with Calvert-Lewin, and also Bernard, who obviously had Hayden and probably Lascelles and Fernandez, because he comes inside a bit of tormented time, but yeah, you've done okay. It's above average tonight. 6 out of 10 for me. 6. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he's questionable for that second goal tonight. But I think he performed better than what Fernandez did. So 6 for me. And then we'll move to Ciaran Clark. The last of the centre-backs was taken off as a precautionary. And then, of course, Super Sub came on, of course. And we'll talk more on that later. Done alright. Were the goals really his fault? No. I'm going to have to score him 6 because I think he did better than Fernandez, above average. Matt Ritchie, who had a difficult task of trying to keep Theo Walcott quiet. Theo Walcott beat him a couple of times. Ritchie got the better of him a couple of times defensively. Going forward, Ritchie wasn't up that byline as much because Everton somehow should have came away with 3 points, let's be honest. We didn't have much of the ball, and Everton will feel robbed tonight, and rightly so. We didn't deserve that tonight. We should have got beaten quite comprehensively. But Ritchie, I'm going to score him above average tonight as well. He's get to 6 also. So that's your defence and goalkeeper. Let's move to Chris and Atsu. Poor. And I'm going to put that politely. Look, in the long-term future, Chris and Atsu's not the answer for us. I think we need to try and get this Valentino Lazaro over the line, because if you take out Saint-Maximin, which we missed him tonight, and you take out Almiron, Atsu's the next guy, and then the other one's out on loan in Sheffield Wednesday. So, yeah, 4 tonight. I think it was poor. Not his usual position, don't get me wrong, but he just can't hold the ball. And he dillies and dallies too much for me. I'm going to move across to Matty, who brought a bit of energy. And I think we needed that a little bit, because when we didn't have the ball, we had a lot of runners. And I think Matty's the best of the 3 midfielders to do the dog work off the ball. Don't get me wrong, he's got ability on the ball, of course. But I'm going to score him above average because of the workload that he put in. I'm going to score him a 6. Sean, his brother. And again, I think Matty's got the best of him again. And I also think Matty's having a better season than Sean as well. Sean, I'm going to score him an average of 5, straight down the middle. I think Sean's game can improve, and we all still obviously hoping that form does return. I'm sure it will. Both the lads, the 2 Longstaffs, are the future of Newcastle in that centre midfield. But tonight, not as good as his brother. His brother probably just shades him. And then Miguel Almiron, who probably is one of our brighter sparks. A lot of the play, when we did have the small amounts of play in the final third, were going through him. He was coming in field, he was coming outfield, was taking the man on. So, yeah, Dubravka gets a 7. He's probably the highest rated, and I'm thinking to myself, Almiron, does he deserve a 7? Possibly not for me. Maybe not. But I'm going to score Almiron a 6 tonight. Going forward, he was much the brighter out of everybody. Joelinton, finally, the striker. The substitution by Bruce, I have to question. I know we came away with a point today, but bringing off Joelinton and taking on a centre-back, well, he plays defensive midfield, Fabian Schär, but everyone, there's several were 20, 30 people around were questioning that substitution. It was bizarre. It doesn't do Joelinton any good. However, tough even against Mina, 2 big powerhouses. I think Mina bossed him. I really do. Joelinton, I'm going to score him down to 4, down to Christian Atsu's performance tonight. Poor tonight. In the last 2 previous games, he showed promise, but 4 tonight. And we moved across to the substitutes. Jamaal Clark was the first one, so he came on at right wing back, and that moved Isaac Hayden to defensive midfield. To be honest with you, he wasn't tested massively. Did he have a massive impact on the game? No. Was I worried when he came on? Yes, I'm not going to lie. But I'm just going to score him bang down the middle. Is that the right word? Straight down the middle. I'm going to score Jamaal Clark a 5 tonight. And then we're going to move across to the super sub. I can't even speak the neat. Florian Lejeune. Now, he somehow scores this bizarre bicycle kick, which I've seen. He gets 2 goals coming off the bench, which I did question. I'm not going to lie, all them defenders that Bruce was doing. And he comes off the bench and gets you a point, effectively scores 2 goals from nowhere. Obviously, a lot of critics, including myself, of his performance and since he's come back. But he saved the day today. He really did. And he's going to get man of the match despite only playing a matter of, what, 20 minutes? And I have to give him, I've got to score him higher. I'm thinking to myself, do I give him a 9? Do I give him a 10? Because if that's Dwight Gale who comes off the bench and grabs 2 goals, you would give him a 10, wouldn't you? Fuck it. Florian Lejeune gets a 10 out of 10. He's got to. He's got 2 goals, and like I say, if that's a striker, you at home would score him high. I've got to give Florian Lejeune a 10 out of 10 because he is effectively scored with 2 goals, which gets a point. Well done, Florian Lejeune. You're going to take the match ball. Well, not the match ball, our award home. And then the last one was Fabian Schär, who played in that defensive midfield role. For me, I don't think he had enough time. Obviously, the substitution with Joelinton perplexed everyone, but he played about 10 minutes, maximum 10, 11. I'm not going to rate him tonight. I'm going to score him a not applicable. That's NA. So there's all of your players. Let us know, of course, in the comments as well, or in the live chat as well. And then we're going to rate Stevie Bruce. Right. So first of all, we were shocking tonight. We were really piss poor. We were awful to watch tonight. That was frustrating. It really, really was very, very frustrating watching that. I just didn't want to be there. I felt like Leicester was humiliating. Even though it was 2-0, it was very humiliating. We weren't creating. We had 2 chances. One was a Joelinton header in the first half. The other one was Fabian Schär long range until the goals happened. The substitutions, I questioned everybody did. It wasn't just me. You brought on 3 defenders when you're losing 2-0. And I'm thinking to myself, you're going to get crucified here, Bruce. What you playing at? You've got John Joe Shelby and Tom Allen on the bench, who forward-thinking players. It puzzled the life out of me the night, those subs. And I was kind of rage tonight. I felt like raging because I was kind of lay into Steve Bruce tonight. However, credit's due. I think the players, more importantly, got him out of jail tonight. I don't think it's much of the tactics that we were woeful. We just try to go a little bit more direct, and Florian Lejeune comes up with 2 goals. So, but beforehand, you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to offer you a point before the game. You'd probably score Bruce a 7, wouldn't you? Realistically, because if you get the win, you'd score him higher. So, because I'm looking at the results more than the performance, I know we're playing awful against Chelsea, we're playing awful against Everton. I'm going to score Bruce that 7 because we came away tonight with a point. If we didn't, I'd probably knock that right down to 2s and 3s because I think it was really poor at night on the performance level. But just not on the result, that marks it back up high for me. And that's just scoring the players. Stay tuned for the last word, the biggest video that we do on Newcastle Fans TV very, very soon.